Pope Francis has a modern take on the Virgin Mary, which unfortunately did not go over well with the internet. You're watching What's Trending, I'm Cheryl Lazar. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more social media news daily. World Youth Day is an event with the Pope that is celebrated every 3 years in a different country. It is a pilgrimage of sorts for many young people who desire to connect with other Catholics around the world. One of the main events is a speech and prayer led by the Pope, which got a lot of attention on social media this year. Pope Francis is known as a Pope for millennials, with his groundbreaking stances on issues like climate change, the LGBTQ+ community, and the gender pay gap. He's definitely hip to the times, but a lot of people are feeling like this time he's trying a bit too hard to connect with the youth. Over 600,000 people gathered in Panama City, Panama, and listened eagerly to Pope Francis's speech where he talked about the Virgin Mary. He said this: "The young woman of Nazareth didn't appear in the social networks of the time. She wasn't an influencer, but without wanting it or seeking it, she became the woman that had the biggest influence in history." And then that was followed up with a tweet that said this: "With her yes, Mary became the most influential woman in history. Without social networks, she became the first influencer, the influencer of God." Okay. I mean, I could see it. Hey, why not? The comment had come as a response to a testimony given earlier by a Panamanian couple who chose to welcome the birth of their daughter despite doctors' recommendations that they should abort the child because she has Down syndrome. The Pope was commending the couple for saying yes to having the child despite knowing of the challenges ahead. So as you can see, without that context, it's not surprising that that tweet got a lot of controversy because he basically compared the Virgin Mary to social media influencers. So what do the top social media influencers think about this statement? That's what I thought. Atlantic reporter Taylor Lawrence tweeted, "Jesus literally faked his own death for more followers though, so?" Lord Hueso said, "And so it was said in the book of Snapchaticus 420, praise be." Savant Guard said, "If she's such an influencer, why have I never bought a Virgin Mary eyeshadow palette?" And David Kenny added, "You guys going to MaryCon? I got my tickets ages ago." Other responses were a little more scathing. Like this parody account of Jesus Christ that said, "Mom was 12, dude. I know you and your priest think that's an appropriate age of consent, but it certainly is not." Ugh, why don't we just sweep that one under the rug again? But despite the jokes and the backlash, a lot of people found comfort in hearing the Pope's speech. And this part, as a Jew and someone who's in the social media space, I found quite inspiring. He said to feel acknowledged and loved, people need more than simply being online, and they need to find spaces where they can feel part of a larger community. The Pope said that being influencers in the 21st century is to be guardians of roots, guardians of all that prevents our life from dissipating and evaporating into nothingness. Be guardians of everything that can make us feel part of one another, to feel that we belong. I mean, preach, Pope Francis! I feel that. I mean, come on, can we get Pope Francis at VidCon this year? That's like the Comic-Con for the social media stars, FYI. So what do you think about Pope Francis comparing the Virgin Mary to a social media influencer? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like and subscribe for more of What's Trending. And for more stories, go to whatstrending.com.